Steve, welcome to Ixion, which I think is how it's pronounced.
But that's how I'd pronounce it.
This is a city builder that came out late last year. I've had my eye on it for most of that time, including its pre-release stuff. This game has a lot going on, so I'm going to jump into a new game. Then after we'll play it for a little bit, and then we'll jump into one of my saves, and we'll go forward in the story and the progression a bit. So there's a little bit of intro sequence, so I'll let this play out, and then we'll jump into the game a bit. Play on Journey because that's the easiest way to play on. This game is a city builder. It's based in space, but it's got a fair bit to it. So it's a colony sim. Yeah, so I'll just let this trailer play out.
Are you playing your save games are on that difficulty mode as well?
Yep.
26 years in the future.
Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clear procedures, check. Guidance go. Batista safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Deflectors out. Ignition. Lift off.
Launch sequence complete. EMB Charon heading for low Earth orbit. Transferring data to inner heaven.
Keep it rolling.
Visualize approaching near-stakeholder structure.
PPS Tycoon to EMD share. You have clearance for final approach.
It's a nice title screen.
EMD share. You have been assigned to Tycoon Docking Bay. Welcome on board, passengers. Shuttle EMV Charon is now docked.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Alrighty. I really like that intro. I think it's really good. It sets
That
up
title screen treatment's really nice. Is
Yeah.
there any narrative
Oh yeah.
sort of narrative exposition on the state of the Earth and why you're building in space, or
Not at this point in the story, but later on, yes.
okay?
Yeah, it's actually got a fairly deep story to it, actually. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. We just can't get past that. That's fine. Right, so we're now in this vessel called Tycoon or Tycoon. We've got all these things that we can see above here. They're various resources. So you've got iron, which can turn into alloys. You've got carbon, can turn into polymers. Silicon can turn into electronics. Hydrogen, waste, ice can turn into water. Food, cryonic pods, and research stuff. And we've got a total number of population.
Oh, shit.
So there's a fair bit to this.
I had to
Alright, so I'm going to very quickly do this stuff. So, very start off, we've got this little guy. He is a, you can rotate round, plonk him there. And so, each of these have got resources. We basically, once we can build some roads to join them, little guy will come out, we can zoom in, here he goes. Rotate round. So now we can actually access all of these materials, but we need to store them somewhere first, so we're going to put them in a stockpile first. Rotate that, plonk that there. Each stockpile can only contain a certain one element, or one type of storage unit, so I'm going to make that alloys. Now I can see all these things that become options, so I can click on these, and all these things. So there's now building it. And you can see there's now transporting stuff from these guys. And once these things are finished, the building will disappear.
Yeah.
So you can basically use this to just get some good resources up front, because we're going to need a bunch of these things to start building stuff. So first we've got a docking bay. We've got a bunch of factories.
I have established a connection with Dolus's lead data administrator. Mr. Administrator, a new request awaits your
So you players you're part of this Dolos group. There's a private company, SpaceX kind of equivalent, if I want. And you get periodically you get these events as well that come from your populace. So your crews are currently unable to access food supplies. So you're basically saying guarantee access to food supplies. And this is now little place a food mess hall down. So we've now got overall story stuff, which is yellow missions, and there'll also be side missions that'll come up as well. That'll be just things you can do. There are also missions that come up that if you fail them, you get a bit of a penalty to them. But at the level I'm playing at, it doesn't make a big difference. But harder difficulties, it probably would. So they're going to transfer the 40 alloys that are needed from here. You can see them. They just keep going around a big. I don't know how this sort of works. Like it magically reappears back at here. Anyway.
You'd hope.
Expensive
replacement strategy if not.
Yeah. Click that. And then
So, the walls on the side of this build area.
Oops.
Do they? Oh shit!
Yeah,
okay.
there's more to it. So we're in one sector. You can see the bottom left-hand corner. We've got 6 sectors in total.
Yep.
If I click over here, it tells you what. It's not actually. I can't even go. But later on in the stories, you can actually unlock these, and then you've got other sectors you can maintain as well. Because once you've built in this area, that's it. You can't build any more in this area. Like you've got a limited space to build in.
Just say.
But you can open up to 6 sectors. You can also build. You can't expand it beyond it, but you can increase the. It's not unlocked at the moment, but it's locked. But you can build some stuff on the outside of it, but not expand the sectors. And there's also this. So there's a complete planetary space thing as well.
Does that mean you're building into planetary as well, or just within that station?
Just within the station, but in the later mission we do move to another area, so it's...
Okay.
As I said, there's a lot to this game. There's an awful lot to it.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Right.
Even just when you open this area, I'm like, oh, fuck me, my head hurts.
So we're just basically building through these couple of missions here. So we've got... cycles, bottom right hand corner. So essentially a single cycle is essentially the same as a day.
Yep.
Every 5 cycles, your population eats. So they're not eating all the time. They're eating every 5 days essentially, and they consume the food. Now I've not got any. I've got 85 population in here. So we actually need to. You need to do a stockpile for food. So rotate that.
Is rotation of those buildings relevant?
Yes, because they've got some of it don't only have certain entrances they can actually access through.
Okay.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member.
So where the hell do you get food from? Oh, there's a building there that's got food on it.
Yep. No, it's interesting. Doing an achievement for skipping past all that stuff. So there's
There you
actually there's food in his one. So now they've got access to that, and it's got its own stockpile location. This guy, and it's a different set of little machines too, which I find creek. This one got blue little. So they're taking the food from this guy to here first, and then from here to the mess hall. You see the arrows pointing on it?
Yeah.
So it gives you an indication of what it's doing.
But then once you've got all the food out of that little structure, that's it, isn't it?
Yep, but there's food to find in this part. You can find food, like for example, this food here. See?
Okay.
So you go and find the food, sort of thing. So we'll just need to do this. Ensure all crew are recorded within 12 cycles. So 12 cycles, essentially 12 days. Because this now we need to build houses for them. So what we'll do is we'll do that. Population, do that. You see the arrows, the orange arrows, all four sides.
Yep.
That's the entrances for the particular building in this case. So I'm just going to build down here. Now we've got 85. Each building is 15, so I'm going to build 3 to begin with. Do that. Do that.
What's the symbol over top of all those buildings?
This one here.
Yes.
That means it hasn't got there is no storage facility for that particular item.
Oh, okay.
So this one's so each one can only have a certain item in it.
Yeah.
So I need to build another one of these and mark it as this guy, and that'll be able to be stored somewhere. I probably won't bother with that in this bit, although I might just do it just to get rid of the spot, just free up the space. So let's just do some building. Okay. So let's build another one of those. See, that's only got one side, you see?
Yeah.
So I need to rotate it until it goes green, then it's got an actual access point to it.
Good that it at least highlights it green as well to show you that it's actually
that it's they're gonna work where it is, yeah. So this is guys just built the 3 houses, each one can house 15 people. And if I rotate the camera, you'll see the little guy is just currently building it. And he's building that one. And now we've got 15 people straight away. Actually, you can see outside of it. By the way, there's something. If I go over here, I rotate round. There's the outside of the structure. So basically, once you've got rid of and picked up all of these things, these buildings just disappear.
Yeah.
So they're basically you've mined them for resources.
They're basically abandoned buildings.
Exactly, they're abandoned buildings.
Okay.
So we'll just go. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go build that there, and we'll mark that one.
So does that mean that? Okay.
So now they've built that and marked it as that. That's now that symbol's gone from this building.
Yep.
So now I can click on that, and they'll take it from this item to here, and that building will disappear.
And then, so you need to click on all of the abandoned buildings to find out what they are, to then place the...
No, so you can see it under there. That tells you what that's in them. That number there, so it's 15 underneath that one.
But it doesn't tell you what it is, or does it?
No, that's that symbol there. That little symbol there is the same as that
Everything
symbol.
else.
So that's an alloy. So you know that's an alloy.
Yeah.
So it's got 80 alloys in this building alone.
Oh, it's just the fact that the road isn't connected means
Correct,
that
yeah.
it's
So
right
because
now. Okay.
So once I do is I'll build these up. And then these will now become, once that road's built, these all become available and accessible to me.
Because I was going to say, it's like, oh, wait, you can't access any of those. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I didn't think about, oh, yeah, roads, duh.
So basically what I do is I'll basically build right through here, right to there, and then I'll get rid of the road once I've got rid of all the buildings that it's
Obviously. Or would you keep the road there just to build over there? Or is there no purpose to
No,
just randomly
once
building?
these buildings disappear, there's basically no purpose to keeping them around.
But isn't there like building expansion you can do?
There is,
over
but
that
what I end up doing is I'll bit more structure to the transport network, if you want a better term.
And I suppose like you're only building over there. This is just showing the tutorial, for lack of a better term.
I'm just going to show you this just to show what the game's like. Then I'll jump forward into a further save, which will have.
Which will probably fuck with my head way more.
Yeah. All right, so you can see that we've got 2 full alloy places. Now we've got to build another one to house
Yep.
that. So just
Geez, they really don't hold very much, do they?
no 100. When you got all these buildings that are holding in this first level, you get an awful lot from these first things. So I'm going to have to build a bunch more of them to suit more. So you can prioritize buildings. You can say I want to build this one before anything else.
Yeah.
But he's just building the road down here. He's just down here building the road.
Mm.
That's now accessible, and when that one finishes, that'll become accessible like that. So basically everything's accessible. That's cool, except for these ones in here. So we'll go... I'll just build right up there. Alright. Okay, so we've got food. We've got food in storage, so we've got enough food to feed the workers on we've got so far. Don't have enough housing. That's what they're saying. You've got 40 of that 45. So
Fucking hell.
so each one is just 15. So that's 45 there. But we've got 85 in total. So I need to have. I need probably another one of these, and I'll have enough to house them.
So what's the currency that determines what you can and can't build, or is there
Basically the so this is just, if I hold over that, you need 10 alloys to build it. You need 3 power to power it, and 5 workers to make it function.
Yeah.
And if I hover
So
over,
there's no actual. It's not a financial based currency. It's a resource currency.
It's a resource based game. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So if I hover over the people there, we've got a population of 85 in Sector 1. 85 workers. You have non-workers. I'm not too sure. So far hasn't been a method to convert non-workers to workers. So I haven't had that issue yet. You've got colonists. I've only just unlocked that in my other save, so we'll jump forward to that. And then food per meal is 6. So to feed these workers, I need 6 of the food requirement to feed them every 5 cycles. So basically what will happen is this 6 will disappear. When this gets to cycle 15, it'll do a meal cycle. This little action, then he'll go green. That'll go down, and then it'll take more from here to the next cycle.
And then at some point, it's going to give you the mission to go to that other planet and get that food.
Yeah, once you've sort of unlocked stuff in here. So in here we've got 3 docks. It'll eventually give me docks to build a basically a resource collection vehicle or ship, a science ship, and a mining ship, and they're the 3 types they have.
Yeah.
What are we looking here? So we've got one. Oh, we need one more house. So we've one more house. Population. Donk. We can now collect all these. I think I'm going to need one more building to store stuff in, but anyway. So it's actually, there's an awful lot to it, and as I said, I'm just doing this really basic to jump forward in the story, but what are we doing
From
here?
a complexity sort of perspective, I was going to ask how's it compare to a Satisfactory, but I guess it kind of doesn't because
Not really, because you're not really built. You don't have a lot of choice in the way the buildings look. You're just building. The greatest control you've got is the layout of each sector is the only control you've got.
Whereas Satisfactory is much sort of more closely aligned to Minecraft than it is to this.
Yeah, for sure. Because in Satisfactory, you're building everything. You're building the structure. You're building the layout of everything. You're building the factory floors. You're building the factory buildings. Whereas in this
Is there
game,
going to be a campaign in Satisfactory once that eventually launches?
there's talk
Or
of
is it just a free build?
there's talk of that sort of thing happening, but I'm not too sure what that'll even look like. Right, what do we got? So,
Can you isolate dudes when you delete the road? Or do they not?
No, I think the workers just magically appear where they need to appear, sort of thing. Alright, so we've done that bit. So you get a trust per. You've got a trust level, is how much they trust what you're doing.
Yep.
That can go up and down based on what you've done. And there's also story stuff that affects that as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a hull integrity. So
Oh, shit.
the hull, which is the hull of this guy, basically, this whole thing, is constantly requiring repair. Not at the moment. When you get a certain story point, it happens. But also can have permanent damage done to it. That's also another story thing. Let's get rid of all these.
So is it just the story, or is it their free build as well?
I believe there's a sandbox mode as well, but I'm not really sure. I've only
But this
done...
isn't it.
No. This is the I'm doing. There is these yellow ones here.
Yeah.
They are story-based missions.
Okay.
Because eventually what we're trying to do is get this thing to move around.
Stacked. Yeah.
See, you've got this mission here which has got this little question mark over it. I need a science ship to be able to activate and do this bit.
Okay.
So, which is what this is. Cargo ship, science ship. So we're going to build a cargo ship.
It's got a really weird Mass Effect sort of vibe for.
Oh
the-
yeah, look,
when
we'll
it's
do a we can, when you move this thing, it does this very, very Mass Effect style animation and little movie when it does it.
But even just clicking on that moon and seeing that moon base is like, ooh, Mass Effect.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot from that. I'm just going to turn some audio down a bit.
There's a part of me that wants to boot Mass Effect up now.
Alright, so now we've got cleared all these out. We need a health thing, so we need to keep them healthy. I'm not worried about this too much. I'm not gonna save this, but I'll just tick this over. So now it's building the cargo ship.
I thought you needed a science ship, not a cargo ship.
We need both. Top left hand cargo ship and a science ship. So build the cargo one first, and that uses these alloys, these polymers.
Yes.
Which that.
Can you build two ships at once or no?
No. You've only got one docking bay and one. We don't have it actually locked at the moment. I don't think, or do we? No, we don't. There's another one you can do with an EVA airlock, which is another building you can build. So you can build a docking bay and an airlock per sector. And as you do open up more sectors, having the fact you've got a sector open has damage done to the hull. So you've got to manage that as well. So now I can get rid of all that because we don't really need it. There's our ship. Just rotate this around. See, it comes out like that. Then that just disappears, which I find amusing. Just disappears. So now we'll build the science ship. So we'll do that guy. This is now harvesting. So now we've got this. Just get rid of all these things. I think I'm doing it too quick there. So we've got fleet management now. So you've got all these materials to get the cargo ships can go and pick up, including this one's got 12 food. So I can click on that, and he'll now go and get that and bring it back to here. He'll unload it here, and they'll then take it to the storage thing, and then that's how you can get one method of getting food. The other way to get food, I don't think I've got it. Yeah, you've got a what is it? Insect thing. So basically, you use insects to make food, and that's kind of Snowpiercer. If you don't know if you know about the story of Snowpiercer,
I know that it's a train that's constantly running.
Yeah, so in that game, in that movie, and now it's a TV series, I think as well. They have an insect food thing as well. So
yeah.
So that's interesting. Now, what are we missing here? We don't have enough polymer storage. So we go maintenance. That one would be another one of those. Once I got that built, these will start to go. I'm going to need one more of them. Oh my god. Build one more. So, mark that as that. Mark that as that. That. Oh, so we have to nearly have to. What I'll do is I'm just quickly throw to here. So now in a second. See it now says meal cycle. So wait a second. When I think the cycle ends, these 6 food will disappear.
Yep.
And they'll take more food from the. They'll take food from the 42 across.
Those stockpiles look like they're kind of 3D printers.
Yeah.
What I imagine a 3D printer looks like.
She's just taking food from there. Tick box says you've got enough food to feed the next cycle, is basically what that tick box is.
I mean, you've got that ship bringing food back too. So
Yeah, so...
Is that ship going to a place that's nearby so it knows there's food there, or have you indicated that as a...
It was getting it from this place over here, this place. But it's now gone at all, so there's now nothing more to get from that part of it.
Oh, shit.
Alright, resolve the moon event. Okay, so I've got to go into here, click on that. I've got to click on my science ship, go to the moon. You see it's now moving.
Mm.
And this is where the story stuff kicks in, because this is where you are now doing story-based stuff. It's all linear. And now we've got...
But there's no active controlling of whoever's on the science ship in that moon base or whatever.
It's just you've just got, So here's the summary of what we're doing. We can either dismantle the base, which will take 2 cycles to do, or exploit the center, which I'm going to do. And then in one cycle, it'll then say...
What's the difference between the two? Do you get different resources for the two? Or?
Yeah, you're progressing the story versus just dismantling it for... But this one might give me better resources out of the same process.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so that building's going to disappear in a moment. Eventually. There it goes. And I've got 34, so I've got enough. In fact, we'll just speed it up a bit. Get that cycle done.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Alright, so now they've got this ready for extraction. That's your research point. Well, they call it just science points, but it's essentially your research.
But you haven't got any science.
Yep,
Or do you get that?
That's what I'm going to get. Ready for extraction, 10 science.
Okay.
So now, in a moment, now I'm going to dismantle the base. And from dismantling the base, we'll get resources from that.
Oh, you can do both. I thought it was an either or.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. But yeah, most of them are a sort of a linear thing you can do.
Yeah.
So you've now got... So this is extracting science here. This thing's going to start slowly going down. Once it's done...
I like the idea of extracting science.
Yeah.
Give me your science.
Science will be collected after event completion, so basically that's what it will do. Interesting enough, I don't... yeah, that's interesting. How when I played this the first time, none of these were highlighted like this. I had to find them. That's interesting. Interesting. So there's another one. I could send a ship to Mars, and it'll do its own set of things to do.
Oh, so this isn't even a fictional, for lack of a better term, galaxy. This is literally the...
Yeah, this is literally the galaxy we're in. This is our galaxy. Yeah, this is our... So there's Earth. There's the moon. There.
What's Ursunabi?
Some sort of celestial body of some description. No idea.
Oh, okay.
There's Venus, Mercury, Mars, Neptune, Jupiter. It's not. I don't think it's. I mean, it's obviously on there's Saturn. It's on the orbit that each of the planets do. But I can rotate around. But when I played this the first time, none of these weren't... I had to find Jupiter. I had to find... So I'm curious why...
Does it recognise that you've already done
maybe,
some of the stuff?
Maybe, I'm not too sure. But, what have we got? Alright, so now we've got all that stuff around. I'm just going to get rid of... I have found this a little bit hit and miss as why it doesn't let me do some of that stuff. I want that one to be retained because that's going to be my access to that. Oops. Right, that'll do. Alrighty. Yes, okay, go away.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so from that we got 30 polymers, or 30 alloys, sorry, and we got more science from it.
Huh. Wait,
So-
it said there was only 10 science to get, yet you got 90. What the... Or is that a random thing, or...?
So that's cumulative, so now I've got 12 from the first thing that it did, and another 90 from this one.
Oh, okay.
So
But
now it's
no,
now it's got collecting science, and the number here's going up, 10, 11, and that number's going down, so we're now collecting our science.
Yeah.
What we'll now do is we'll come back into fleet management, and we'll tick this box here, and now the little cargo ship will now go over and get the... That's the little cargo ship, that guy there, it'll now go over and get...
The part I'm confused, though, it said you were going to get 10 science out of it, but you're getting 90. Is that a randomised...
No, 2 events is what's happened there.
Oh, okay.
2 events, one with 10 and one with 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else we do? So now it wants us to collect science on the moon, 98, so that's what it's going to do, and build the tech lab. So the tech lab is basically the science thing, which is, where's that? Factories? Tech lab, yep. Well, let's build this.
Holy fuck.
There. The good thing I like about this game, it does tell you how big each thing is. 12 by 9.
Oh.
Gives you the size of it. 4 by 4 for a workshop. 4 by 4 for a stockpile. So you know how big each building is going to be.
You're about to run out of power.
Yep. We'll fix that in a moment.
Okay.
We'll start fixing it now. So on the outside of the ship, so I don't know if it's unlocked yet. I need to undo that. I need to have an EVA. You can actually build solar arrays on the outside of it to give you more power.
Hang on. Say that again.
You can build solar panels, basically.
Okay.
On the outside.
Okay. I was really confused for a second. I was like, wait, what? You missed the part on the breeze. There.
Tell you what, let's speed this up. Dunk. Okay, he's building it. You can build multiple workshops, but it doesn't like in a game like Age of Empires. You can have more than more villagers building the same thing and make it quicker. It doesn't do the same thing in this one, so it's just one thing.
What's the point in building more, or is there none?
I established after the fact, unless you've got mods or things you're building at once, doesn't really make a big difference.
Okay. So what more is there to show off here compared to what's in your actual save?
Not much. I do want to try and see if we can... I just want to build the next bit after this tech lab's built to see what it wants me to do.
Get your ass to Mars. What are you doing?
Get straight up. Power's gone down.
Okay, so there's your... Alright.
Yeah.
Greetings, Administrator.
And the story's basically told through those little voice acting things down the corner there that we saw.
Oh, so because you actually drained the power, it's like that triggered a story event.
Correct, exactly. Now it says research the EVA airlock. So now we've got to do this, which is that guy. That takes 30 research.
Fuck?
Oh yeah. As I said, there's a lot to this.
Oh, fuck me.
All this stuff's unlocked initially, but this one, I've unlocked this one in my other save, but yeah. But nothing's going to happen because we've not got enough power, so we can actually start... Oh, here's another sort of side mission you can do. So, administrator, we are the administrator in the game. We are playing that. Reports are being received related to the whatever that means. Optimizing the crew members are being overworked. Dolos is our company. We're working for them. It makes it clear that we're hiring. So they want to request additional staff from this place, that thing we saw. Yep. Or we could be an arsehole and do this option. But I always do the one here.
Working a few more hours when the future of humanity...
Oh, sorry. Didn't really do it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Ready for extraction, 20 workers. So now we can click on fleet management. And you can see over here we've got workers to pick up now. So we go pick up that. But we need to get more space. So what we're going to do is we're going to power off some items. Not much. One more. Dunk. And our power's back.
Does powering down a stockpile mean you can't access the shit in that stockpile?
Correct. But I've got 84, 88, 89. I've got enough to do a lot of things. So, and now the sector's up and running. It's now researching, and I need more houses. So we're going to build some houses. Only need one more because I only got... I probably need to shut down another building because the building takes one to... yeah, we've got 60 of 60. So we'll have to shut off. Shut that one down. We probably won't need that one for a while. I'll turn that one off.
You can... You may have already explained this, but you can build more power stations inside, or is it purely solar?
It's purely solar on the outside, but you've got an awful lot of power you can generate. And once we unlock the next thing, I'll show you what that's.
Okay.
In fact, let's speed it up. So yeah, so you've got all these things across the top. The bottom number is the one that's in the sector, we've only got one sector, so that's why we've got 490 total. But in my sector, in my game, save we've got 3 sectors.
Yeah.
So you've got an overall number, but you've got a number per sector as well. There we go. We've unlocked it. So now we can build that guy. So space, EVA, and that goes there. So that build takes 90 alloys to make. So let's get all the alloys across. So it's funny, like it does this animation to sort of imply that's building it. And then this little guy comes along and he does something else to it.
He plugs it in.
He plugs it in or power. I don't know what exactly he does to it that the other ones don't do, but anyway. What else?
By the time that thing's built, that's going to need a lot of power by the looks.
Yeah, so we're going to have to power down a lot of other things. We'll probably end up powering down this guy because we don't really need that anymore. So we'll power that guy down. He needs 12, so we'll have enough. I just want to show the outside stuff and then we'll jump into my save. Oh, there we go. What am I doing? Okay, so build a section of solar panels. Here we go. So now we've done that, we've unlocked here. And you've got solar panel set 1 and 2. All have got these levels to them.
Yeah.
So it adds 50, adds 50, adds 60, as you can see. Level 8.
And what's the difference between set 1 and set 2? Because the panels look identical.
They're just in different spots. You see this one's here?
Okay.
Whereas this one is they're just in different spots, but they are in fact the same thing. But they take 10 alloys or 10 polymers to build, so I'm going to click one. And while we're doing this, the hull can't get automatically repaired. So we'll do that.
It's a good thing you don't have any hull damage yet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good.
Can you set it off to build multiple versions of those panels? Or is there no need to do that?
You could. I mean, you could set... I can't do 2 at once, and you can't also queue it up. So you've got to basically go in and out to do it. But
that's annoying.
That is a little bit, but I think I understand why they've done that. Don't worry about that. What's it telling me? Specialization. Yeah, it's red up. So let's speed up again. So I'm going to power... Okay, I'm going to power that one down and power that one up.
Power supply overloaded. Power restored.
Okay, so that's building the airlock thingy now. It's on the panels. And when you do that, this number will go... you'll see it all change.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We've got 52 available, so we can turn everything back on again.
There's no master turn everything on, off.
No, you got to turn everything on by bit. You can build later on. You can, it may not be available yet. I don't think. No, you can build batteries because at some point you'll this thing here you'll move it.
Yep.
And when it's moving, it got to use all the power to do the moving. So therefore, if you have nothing in here that's got batteries, all your machines and everything just stops functioning. And then your population starts to lose trust in you and stuff like that. So it's interesting. It's interesting mechanic that. See down here we've got happy. We've got 105 workers required, but we've only got 99 actual workers. So they're not happy with me because they're doing extra hours. That can lead to accidents, which then can lead to, accidents and things being unavailable and stuff like that.
Yep.
Whereas so it's got a couple of mechanics like that are interesting. What are we doing? Finish implementing the Vol engine and build the panel. Oh, okay. So that's on the outside, which is this thing, which is this guy.
Are you just scrolling to zoom out, or...?
Pressing F1 goes to the inside view, this view. F2 goes to this view. F3 is to this view. You can also scroll in and out as well. I think you could. I can't go that far. You can scroll... You can only scroll from level 1 to level 2, but not further out, which is a bit odd.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly do... I'm going to quickly do this, because this is the actual one of the missions we've got to do. So I'm just going to... This is building the Vol engine, which is basically a jump...
drive.
A jump drive sort of a thing.
Yep.
I'll let this play out, because it'll give you the story bit, and then we'll jump to my save. I'll just show you my save. I won't do much more in my save. I'll just show you what the hell happened, what it's like to have three things open, that sort of stuff. So you get the story basically delivered through these things down in the bottom corner here.
Successful management of the Tycoon. Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew
Tycoon?
Tycoon. That's the name of the whole ship.
That's not how that word's spelled.
No.
Once you reach Proxima Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Yeah, now we've got insect farms.
Ew. Food in the future is gross.
Yeah, it is. Oh, here we go. It's another one of these little side missions. Pleasure that will be. There'll be 3 insect farms in Tycoon within 10 cycles. So you
can literally build 3 of them and just have it done.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Do you have the insect farm building, or?
I think I've got to research it first, so we'll quickly do that. Insect farm research. It's going to take 2.5 cycles, so that'll be fine. We've got 9 point. We had 10 cycles to do the objective, so we're good.
But obviously, if you knowing the process and knowing the structure of it, you could research the insect farm before they even asked for it.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly, 100%. Yep.
So there's a speed running method.
Like if you know what you need to do ahead of time, you can research it ahead, that sort of thing. You can see we've actually got 100 workers out here, so we're going to do a lot more houses soon. So we'll do population 1, 2, 3. Build 4 of them. Build 5 of them. We're going to have a lot more people coming in. Speed up.
Huh. Those lights spinning really, really fast is really amusing.
And also, as you have more people coming to the base, we could have more food available to them. So then that's the balancing act you're looking at.
So then at a point, you're going to be fucked food-wise.
Well, that's what the insect things are about.
Oh, yeah, right, duh. Of course.
Administrator.
Hello, Administrator.
Now that guy that was just speaking then, he's the head of Dolos. He's your...
Oh, I thought you were about to say he's an asshole.
Well, when he starts talking, he kind of is a bit of an asshole. He is a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here's our food.
It wouldn't be a game set in the future if the person running shit wasn't a fuckwit.
Yeah.
Like Edgar Friendly, that dickhead.
Alright, so I'll just check.
You've seen Demolition Man, right?
A long time ago, yeah. Yep.
Alright. I was about to be very disappointed in you if you had said no.
Oh, I need more houses. Now, what do we... Okay. Yeah, so move the Tiquan into the orbit of the moon. I keep doing that. Yeah, so now build those 3 things, those...
Still got 4 homeless people.
Yep, 1 more house to be built. There we go, done.
Oh, right. Oh, so it doesn't actually register that you've... Okay.
You got to build that. You got to build it first before it actually says you've got it done. All right. So now we can go F3. We can move the Tycoon to the moon. So this is going to all power from the main grid will be diverted. It's going to take 0.7 cycles to do it. If I had batteries, they'd just keep running, but I don't. So everything's going to power down.
Does that mean like people can die and shit if you're
Theoretically, they...
I mean, obviously, you don't have enough systems, or the cycle's not long enough to require that.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I think you probably could have some people die, because if they got sick while it happened, you couldn't then, heal them, sort of thing.
And if it was on a food cycle, they'd try and eat, and there's like, what the fuck? We can't have food. What the hell?
Exactly, yeah. I do like the look of this game a lot. It's really cool. Alright,
I was gonna say when you said like when you booted this up, I'm like, I remember seeing the PC Gamer review of this, and it was fairly negative. But then I looked up other reviews, and PC Gamers seems to be the outlier.
Okay, interesting.
So I'm like, that's really weird.
Okay, I'm going to do this vol jump. Because this is basically the...
Accordance with Ralph Stanford procedures.
this is basically where... this is... what we've just basically done now is chapter 1. really,
Oh,
really
okay.
quickly. And this will basically move into chapter 2 shortly. But this is where you sort of you might get a bit of a sense of the story of this thing. Hopefully it'll do it quickly. Oh, wait a sec. Let's beat up.
Full engine ready.
And this is very Mass Effect-y when you start seeing this stuff. See this sort of animation and what was the thing in like Mass Effect Jump, wasn't it, in Mass Effect? I think that's what they call them. What were those big jumps you could do in Mass Effect? Well, they weren't Mass Effect jumps, were they? No.
No, it was the mass relay system that we used.
Yeah,
but I think they
yeah.
just called it like a space jump
Just space jumps, yeah.
or something like that.
I get a lot of that vibe from this little sequence here.
Oh, this has a real sort of 80s vibe to it too.
Yeah, like the music's really, really cool.
Some like dope synthwavey shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting Tron vibes from this too.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Huh.
This is now... So this is on Earth. So we're the Dolos Company, which is this guy.
Is there about to be a terrorist attack that blows up the stage?
The Earth.
This is Dolos. This is...
She is unique.
Listen to this guy.
Oh.
So...
Held in its bosom are the
Just
ingredients
listen to what he's... Just the words... just...
beyond raw survival.
Held in its bosom are the
Yeah.
ingredients of evolution.
We, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learned
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
You fucking Elon Musk dipshit
Yeah,
motherfucker.
basically.
Oh,
So essentially,
what a
essentially what
fucking-
happens is that doing this vol jump we just did, the Earth basically gets destroyed.
Oh, man!
But
I wanted to say that!
it's a long bloody cutscene to
Oh,
get
is
to.
it really
yeah.
long, is it?
Complete.
Ah, it's a
Yeah.
shame. Does that
Running preliminary
dipshit get blown up with it?
I assume so.
anomalies
Hooray!
detected.
Fuck him!
Multiple digital security breaches found with
So if we now go back out to here,
a new request awaits your attention.
Wait, there's no Earth.
yeah, it's there still, but I think
Oh, it's moved!
pretty sure it's destroyed. Pretty sure it gets destroyed. Alright, you can see here. You may have noticed that the moon has broken apart. Oh, it's the moon that breaks apart, sorry, the moon makes it
Oh,
apart.
okay.
And then basically you can choose which of these options. I think I chose...
It was humanity's fate.
I chose that one. So I got to trust, you know, 2 point...
Is falling.
So you can lose to suffer them. The crew's asking a lot of questions about the state of Earth. Pretty sure Earth destroyed as well because of what happened to Moon, basically. Commit to sending an expedition to Earth. Yep, we can do that. We'll do that. Now we've got hull integrity, so we've now lost some because of the damage done by the vol jump. We've now lost some integrity of the hull, which we can now we can't repair that to any level that's going to be back up to what it was, which was 1,000.
Why not?
So best we can do is, because we've done that, as you can see at the bottom, here's 50 hull units are irreparable by the vol jump.
Man.
So yeah, so we've repair the Tycoon, so we can basically do some stuff to the Tycoon, and then we can now we've got to send a silent ship to the Earth.
Super Earth.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yeah, so if I do, I think if you do that, basically it says there's nothing left. Basically, once you've done that,
Oh, I was gonna say, click that one.
I think I'll do this in order just to make sure.
Oh, okay, so that's one where it's not a...
I don't think that's an either or one. I think I've got to do them. I'll
Yeah.
do these in order because it generally does get them. I've got it on fast speed, so it won't take long. That's done that first one of those. We get
Science ship team
one of these. So
completed
from that we got some more science and more alloys. So now do the next one. This is me looking for my own home, which I think is a bit
That's a bit
much,
greedy.
bit greedy, but there you go.
It's gone. It's all
Oh,
gone.
it's all gone.
That Dolus motherfucker. It's a good thing he's dead, or I'd try and kill him.
Yeah, so if the whole
Oh,
structure
there is a game over.
there is, if your whole structure destroys, then it's game over. If you lose
I mean,
all,
that makes sense.
if you get to a certain point in the crew doesn't like you, they'll also mutiny on you. So that's the game over
Is
state
it
as well.
established what that certain point has to be?
I believe it's 0% in the trust up here.
Oh, fuck, alright. You get a fair, decent leeway then.
You get a fair bit of leeway, is my understanding. Yeah. Whatever you say, yeah, it's alright. We'll keep going.
You want to show off what your current save is?
Yep, we'll do that. We'll just do these ones first, just to.
Yeah.
So more research, more alloys, and these new silicon things.
What's the sun?
There's-
Chip.
It's electronics.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's the sun. No.
So you see, feed the crew. We've got to resolve the event of the ghost of that thing. So in other words, send a research ship over to here. Feed the crew 1,000 times. That basically means going through the cycle several times.
What?
So you've got 199 in the base at the moment. So
Okay.
you just got to go through 5 or 6 cycles, and you've done the 1,000. You don't have to get a.
I was going to say.
It's not a
fucking
thousand.
hell.
It's not 1,000 individual crew members. It's 1,000 crew total. So when I first thought, how the hell am I going to get that? But then when I did the first, it's going to keep on going up. And then repair the Tycoon by doing a probe launcher. Now I can't be bothered doing that. We'll jump into the next save and we'll do that. We'll show you what that is.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oh no, we have no signs of life, not even a corpse. So basically, the Earth is fucked. It's the upshot of all
How the
that.
fuck do you have a situation where the whole Earth just nukes with no corpses?
Because I don't know. I guess space. I don't know.
I guess space.
I don't know. So here we've got a bunch of resources from it, which is something, I guess. Something to be
Let's bleed the Earth dry. Fuck it.
silver lining, I guess.
New request awaits your attention.
Back into here.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no fucking people left, but at least
Yeah.
we get some shit.
So now I've got a permanent loss. My permanent stability loss is down 1 because, well, the Earth's no longer around, basically.
What's the stability?
So I've come up to this, the happy thing here. If I hover over that, sector stability. +1 for most of the people living in crewed quarters, so everyone's happy. +1 because the whole activity is above 25%. Like it's like way more than that. Although it is going down a lot. But I lose 1 because the Earth's gone. Death of the Earth. Lose 1 by that.
Well, we can't fucking do anything about it now. Let's
Yeah.
move forward.
So what I'll do is I'm going to save out. I'm going to just quit out of this. Load into my save, which is chapter 2. As you can see, 381 cycles, so a long time. Alright. I'll quickly show you what it's like to have several sectors open and what else happens. So
I imagine pretty fucked.
I've done a second vol jump as well in this particular story to a completely different planet area. Like I'm not surrounded by Venus and Mars and all that sort of stuff anymore. So we'll go to the outside first.
Whoa.
So I've jumped to this area now. So I've got this this storm thing I should avoid apparently. And we've
Looks
got
pretty bad.
yeah, and I've got resources. So now at the top we've got alloys, carbon, polymers, silicon, stuff like that. Food. We've got these probes. This is very Mass Effect if you've seen these sort of things. So
Yeah.
wherever you hover to, you'll end up seeing. Okay, here's a apparently high volume of ice, which is used to make water, which can be used to make food, all that sort of stuff. We're trying to do this Protagoras, which I think is the mission to find another habitable planet to basically replace Earth, is what this main story is about. I've got a couple of side ones though. Dangers of space exploration. Keep casualties to minimum while exploring the Immortan system, which is what we're in now. 1 of 5. So if I failed that, I'd lose some more trust.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, it's pretty decent at the moment.
Mm.
And I've got a test colonization.
Sectors 2 and 3 look kind of unhappy with you.
Yeah, I'll jump into them in a second. And then test colonization protocols. Train 24 colonists. So to do that, we need. Actually, I'll go into the outside first. So we've got 3 sets of the panels on the outside for both panel set 1 and 2. And we've got these other engines. So we've got 372 power total. But the problem we've got, if I jump inside, here's sector 1. Basically, our pretty much filled it in as
Yeah,
much as I
flat
could.
out.
These little guys here are storing cryopods of bodies we can basically
Like dead
release.
bodies?
They're frozen bodies, frozen humans,
Oh, so okay.
cryogenically frozen bodies, basically humans, which we can. I'm just going left and right, and here's the second sector. So again, I've got a docking bay and a EVA airlock because we're repairing it at 65 because I've got two airlocks operating,
Mm.
and we've got hull damage at 64. I've got the vol jump, did 40 damage base damage, but having three sectors open is constantly causing damage to the hull. So if I go across to the right sector, I've only just opened this up just as before we started recording. So if I'll put a third AV airlock in here, I'll then be able to do more better restoring the hull again. Here's where we can get some more bodies. Cryogenic center. So I've got in this sector, I've got 83 bodies to resurrect, whatever the term is. But you've now got resource management where you can ship things from other sectors, from other
I
sectors.
was going to ask if you can move like the
So you can basically
cryogenically frozen bodies from one sector to
so basically
another.
said here, keep 100 bodies in sector 2, and it'll just move automatically move stuff around to balance things out as you need it to be. We've got this making alloys from iron because we've got 3 cargo ships and 2 mining ships. So I've got mining stuff in mining happening. I'm jumping around a lot here, sorry, but
That's fine.
so we've got
Probe has completed its scan.
good for that. What did it find? Oh, 66. What's that? Hydrogen. Haven't had a need to use hydrogen yet, so I don't really know what to do with it.
Don't need to develop a hydrogen bomb.
Wouldn't surprise me based on this game that's where it ends up going. So we've got 26 carbon to collect from here, and over here we've got more carbon to collect, or iron to collect, and we've got iron to mine here. So that's what this little guy's here is doing. It's a little mining ship. So what have we got here? So in here we've got 2 mining ships and a cargo ship. In this sector I've got 2 cargo ships and a science ship. But I can choose under fleet management where to bring stuff into.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Who's that? Oh, over here. Okay, what do we got? Privilege to construct a new source of food within 30 cycles. So I've got now, if I go into the Tech Center, Tech Lab, I've opened up all the extra stuff here. So we've now got all this to open up here to open up, and I want to research that. It'll give him better housing, 125 per building. Not just how big it is, so I don't know that for sure. Mushroom wall converts 6 waste. Now the waste comes out of things like this guy. He's got 5 waste, you see. I've got another one there. He's also got 7 waste, so I can turn waste into mushrooms. Another source of food.
So is that what they want?
Well, they just want another source of food. They're not particularly fussed what that source is, as far as I can recall. So what have we got? To search again. My problem is I don't have enough research, I don't think, to actually get some of this. Crop farm allows the creation of automatic harvesting up to 9 crop fields. So I'm actually going to... I need to get more research first. So to get that, we're going to the probe launcher.
Could you have seen the request but delayed it?
I think once you click it, you've got to choose an option. I don't think you can get out of it once you've done that. So see here, we've got second from the right. We've got.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and look for one that's got a high volume there. Must be something around here. How far out can we go? It was that. Oh, there we go. Dunk. So that's going to send a probe out there to look at that. And hopefully it'll happen quick enough that I'll be able to get there, research it, and build the source of food to meet that one. Because if I don't meet it, they'll lose trust in me, and the trust will go down, sort of thing. There's a bit of risk reward in clicking onto those things, and those sort of quests expire after a while. So if you don't pick them up in time, they'll just disappear from a.
Do they randomly generate, or is it something where if you were to play through this again, you'd know it'd pop up, so you'd know you need to have?
I think they are randomly generated. I think.
Okay.
Oh, I've had a disaster somewhere.
You've had multiple disasters.
So there's that one. So that's broken down, but it'll just self-repair itself.
Okay.
This one actually exploded, and actually had to actively repair it. And we've now got 2 people in the infirmary getting patched up. And not one in there. I've got another infirmary somewhere in here. Where is it? No, over there. I've got 7 in there. So this log. So a docking bay has been disabled due to an accident. 7 crew members were injured. A stockpile has been disabled in Sector 2 due to an accident. 2 crew members were injured. So you've got all these things that you have to handle. I need. So Sector 1 hasn't got enough.
People are unhappy.
Yeah, they don't have enough. What's the issue here? Oh, I need to have more housing. So let's go population housing. That'll solve that little problem. And our current stability rating is -1. So in here we've got it's -1 because -1 homeless from being over in 25, but homeless being. So once I've solved this problem,
it should resolve.
It should resolve that sector. It should become at least neutral, if not maybe positive.
What are the green bars? Oh, it's the power, battery usage or power usage, I would imagine.
Where's that, sorry?
The bottom left-hand corner where it's got basically the mobile reception.
Yes, that's the how many cycles of battery power or battery storage is in each cycle. So if I click on a battery here, it gives me 0.8 from each one of them, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So in here we've got batteries 3.1 cycles. So I could lose power for 3 cycles, and this thing wouldn't lose. It still functioned basically.
Yeah. What's the X over that building?
X over what building?
So yeah, it's got a white X with a red
background.
background.
That means its storage is full.
Oh.
So I've got to build more storage. That one's producing those carbon things. I haven't got enough of them to store them all yet. That's exhausting building. It's purging waste. That's what that symbol's doing. So basically, while it's doing that, it's not doing anything.
Yep.
I need to have more houses. I think I've actually got the. I've got this guy. When it unfreezes a body, it puts them into sectors, all into Sector 3. So that's why we actually got more bodies going to Sector 3. I could just turn this off by basically unpowering it down, it'd then stop.
Is there much else to show? Or that's pretty much it.
That's kind of it, really. Yeah, basically, it just becomes management when you're doing all this stuff. You can. This thing here is a positive effect in your status for stability. So if I click on the happiness, so you got +1 all in crude, +1 from the alternative life center, what I clicked on, +1 whole integrity is above that. -1 for death of the earth again, and then when they realise you've got Earth's not available anymore, they get even worse. Where's that sector research going? Oh, it's finished, I think. Oh no, that's all right. Where's that? There we go. Oh, we've got science there, so I can actually click on that. Click on
Not
that.
much though.
Not much though. It might be. It's going to get me to 55. Okay. Launch another probe and see if we can find some more. Hello. Oh. Yes, I can't go into there. That would be bad. Oh, there we go. We'll go there. Oh yeah, I didn't show that. That's this thing, probe launcher. I've only got one in the entire building, entire structure. and it will just basically build a probe every time it uses I use one.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I've always got a probe always built basically. And that's a second build. You could probably build 2 of those, but I don't really think you'd need to.
Hmm.
Go back inside. Yeah, that's saying it doesn't have enough iron because I don't have much iron out there at the moment. Yeah, I'm not bringing the iron into the second thing. What I tried to end up doing was, once I've opened up the other sectors, I thought, okay, what I can start doing is have a sector be all food production. And have that sector just have it transported to the other sectors, and have one of these all being, alloy production. Have it just manage out the resources and stuff like that. That's
But it
what
doesn't work like that.
Oh, it does, because you can basically go into this resource management and say I want to keep minimum X number in each sector, and it'll balance itself out. So that's what I opened up this third sector, because I just needed more space basically to do stuff. I'm not sure why I don't have that powered up. Yeah. Did it find? Oh, 30. Brilliant. Ooh, it's a planet too. Requires deep dive apparatus. Ooh, what's that? Deep dive apparatus. Is that a research thing? I assume it's a research
Wait,
thing.
just so.
Deep dive. Not seeing
Might
it
not
anyway.
be one you have access to.
I don't have access to yet. There is research, like you can do, for example, if I go into insect farm, I can accelerate growth. I can research and get. I can get them to make more ants quicker or more food quicker.
Yep.
The cargo ship, for example, you can research and have that it moves quicker or repairs itself. With these ships, have to come in for repair every 10 cycles. The science ship can be research and have better, go faster.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Which is down here, so that's going to be collecting science. Ooh. Oh, here we go. So now we've got this. So this is another. This is not a story. This is a side thing you can just choose to do. So perform an intrusive analysis. Set up a temporary study centre. Establish infrastructure to support exploration and geoanalysis. That'll take 40 polar alloys and take 4 cycles. I might just do that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems like the best option.
Don't see why it doesn't. Then we're going to go. Where we're going to take it from. What am I doing here? Do that. Yeah, there we go. So it's waiting for ships. So it's got a lot. Like when you think it's just a city builder, which this is. This is a really good one of that sort of setup.
Yeah.
But when you
There's
start
also
adding,
like some 4X elements.
yeah, when you got this thing to maintain as well, then you got this to do, and all this side stuff you can kind of do. It's actually kind of cool.
4X probably isn't the right way to describe it, because there isn't that. Is there that combat element?
There's been none so far. Not saying there hasn't been any extermination stuff, just in general, but there hasn't been there hasn't been any combat at all, which is kind of I don't think combat would work in this setting, but so that's kind of it really. I have put in, I think probably I've only bought this game Friday or Saturday, only like 2 or 3 days ago. And I'm really, really liking it. I think it's got a lot of things going for it.
8.9 hours recently you have.
Okay, so add another bit to this one. So now what I need to do is I'm going to build... Convert 6... I'm going to build the crop farms. That's what I'm going to research when I do it. Because I think that'll give me more immediate things. I think this is requiring you actually having waste, and I don't always have a lot of it, so I'll do that. I probably will fail this one. So what I might end up doing is not saving this bit. In fact, I'm gonna.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Yeah.
So I don't turn that on, but I'll just turn that off because I'm running out of houses in here.
Oh.
Yeah, so I really dig it. I like the look of this thing when you rotate round and sort of zoom in and out a bit. I hope there's more to do out here, other than just building solar panels and just doing these story-based mission stuff for the external engines. But I'm not too sure.
Guns and shit on it.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, not. But there's other thing here: data listing system product policies. No idea what that is. It hasn't been unlocked yet, so I don't know what that is. So I don't know what that is. No idea. I have seen it in the research. I think I saw it in research. I sort of saw it in research. I think it might be that there. Legislative, maybe not. Not too sure now. Oh, there it is. There, DLS. Unlocks the ability to apply policy within a sector to temporarily address ongoing crisis and track sector specializations. Okay.
Huh.
So you can probably do sort of policy stuff and say, you know, it
I was
must
gonna
have.
say, it sounds like some political style elements.
Yeah. So it's got a fair bit to it. This game.
Yeah.
And I'm really digging the look of it. I like the music. The story's actually not bad, even though I think the main guy is a bit of a dick. But other than that, I think it's got a lot going for it.
I was going to say, he wouldn't be a futuristic techno bro if he wasn't a dick.
True. So that's getting the. Oh, there's the stuff there. So that guy's taking the. That's taking the alloys there. Hopefully that's got enough.
Dang, it's sweet fucking time.
Yeah, it's not the particularly quickest thing around. Let's see what else we've got. Oh god. Alright. So.
There was one that greened up both the science and the exclamation point.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to find that again. I saw it too. Oh, there. Oh, there it is there. Yeah, so this is Ixion, I think it's pronounced, because the name comes from the Volt engine class Ixion is where the name comes from.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the name Ixion comes from. So yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is being Ixion. I'm really digging it. I'll be playing it for quite a while, I suspect, until I've finished the story, whatever that might look like.
So, how long to beat has a completionist time of about 39, 40 hours?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And
because I've only unlocked 3 sectors. There's 6 sectors in this. Part of the story had it that if I did 4 vol jumps, the thing would break apart, the whole ship. So I can't imagine that there's much. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
I think
cool.
I really dig it. I really dig
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Alrighty, cool. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.